Dave Scott here, Hub Media. We're with Barb Anastet from Pharmasave and Simcoe, natural health consultant. One of the things that you and I want to talk about today is we've dealt with it with both of our children. It's food sensitivities. I know growing up with our kids, there was a lot of issues with dairy and wheat. And there's a big difference between allergies and food sensitivities, isn't there?
Very, very big difference. And a lot of people are not even aware that they have food sensitivities. 80% of our immune system is within the gut lining. So when people are consuming foods that they are sensitive to, eventually that can become an immune problem for them. And with that, other allergies can develop later in life. But some of the symptoms can be perhaps there is some eczema or maybe some bronchial asthma. There could be bedwetting, there could be ear infections, there could simply be behavioral problems. So we see a lot of mood-based issues when people have food sensitivities.
And one of ours was, with our kids, was the ear infections. That's a prime example, isn't it?
Yeah. And by the time my son was 4 years old, he had had successive ear infections. And of course, the treatment for that is often antibiotics.
How do you go about figuring out what you're sensitive to? Like, what's the process there? Can you explain that a bit?
There are a lot of different options available in that respect. One of the easiest things and least expensive things for people to do is that they can do food elimination testing. And you can keep a food diary if you like, but often starting with the major food allergens. So you've got your wheat, your dairy, your eggs, your soy, your corn. Those are some of the nuts are another one, and those are sort of the big allergens. And oftentimes people have suspicions. They notice that their child may act out after different foods, or that they ask for a glass of milk and then suddenly they're not hungry for their supper, or the child is constantly producing a lot of mucus. They think it's a cold, but nobody else in the household is sick. So sort of, feel free to come in, talk to me. We can sort of go over those things. There are other options available as far as ruling out that it's an actual allergy. A lot of people think that an allergy means that somebody has an anaphylactic reaction only. And no, there are many, many different levels of allergy that are there as well.
And let's talk a little bit about the probiotics. They've come a long way, obviously.
They have.
And can you explain, like you said, that process of it basically helps heal the system, correct?
It does.
Okay.
It does. So with our probiotics, there are many different types that are available. They're very tailored nowadays to the different conditions that people may be suffering from. We do have an excellent one that's shelf stable now from BioGaia, which typically in the past was just a refrigerated product. It is still available in that format, but this particular product is one single strain of bacteria specific to newborn infants, but it's all the way through to adults that can take it. It's just 5 drops a day. Great for colic, great for diarrhea, so huge number of applications, but especially good for babies that are not breastfed, because they're not getting those same nutritional and good bacteria from the breast milk that they would otherwise.
Interesting.
One of the interesting ones is the CardioViva, and CardioViva is a specific probiotic that they have identified that is deficient in people that have resistant cholesterol problems. So very, very intriguing. To touch back on our previous segment is that all of these products are approved by Health Canada. They have been scientifically and rigorously tested. They do what they say they do on the bottle. This is a really, really great product here, the Acidophilus Ultra. It's 11 billion cells and 10 different strains. This is a great preventive product. This is the one that I use personally every day, have for over 20 years. The hospital defense bacteria is specific for C. difficile. So people that are in a nursing home, people that are constantly going in and out of hospitals for different reasons, can protect them against the dangerous C. difficile. There's also the probiotics urgency. Now this is 50 billion. This one's more appropriate for somebody that has been on antibiotics. To restore things. And then there's the traveler's probiotic, which is pretty self-explanatory. If you're traveling, you can pick up all sorts of different organisms.
That might be something my cameraman could use probably down the road.
It sounds like that might be helpful. So yeah, so that sort of touches on the probiotics a little bit. Obviously, there is just so much more that we can go into, but huge, huge connection in reducing food sensitivities and allergies with those products.
Barb, you're amazing. Thanks for
Thank
doing
you.
this today. A wonderful array of information and product that folks can come in and talk to you about with food sensitivities. Clark's Pharmasave and Simcoe. Ask for Barb, natural food consultant, or natural health consultant, sorry,
Yep.
and check it out. Thanks
Okay.
for doing this again.
Thank you so much.